thanks for tuning in. Today I'm sharing what I got for my birthday. October is my birthday month. Before the month ends, I wanted to share some of the lovely things that I got for my birthday. I also personally use my birthday as an excuse to treat myself, get one or two things that I have been lusting after and, finally adding them to my collection. One of the really memorable parts of this birthday was my husband organized a leather belt making class with me and a couple of my friends as well. It was a complete surprise. I had no idea what we were doing. So that was super fun to be able to make my own custom belt. Gave me a really cute, really cute little gifts for every day. One is this little personalized charm that a friend made for me. She made this as a bag charm for me. She also could have made a necklace, but she was like, oh, I noticed you like to decorate your bags these days. So this is perfect. I can't wait. I still haven't figured out what bag I want to put it on just yet, which is why it's still out in this form and not on a bag, but I will figure that out soon. The other friend got me something so cute. It is this little shopping bag that looks like the little plastic bags from the bodegas. So fun, so cute. I think she got this from a place called the General Store in Brooklyn. But this is all an embroider on this crinkled polyester. It's so funny. I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid, but in the best way. And then she also gave me this really funny and cute little kuromi case. It has a full-on zipper at the top. This could be AirPods case, or not really a case, but something to put your AirPods in and have it kind of dangle so it's easy access. I just thought this was really cute. One of my best friends themed her whole gift around hair care, which was amazing. She got me the shampoo and conditioner from Ouai, as well as a leave-in treatment, and this scalp brush. It's called a healthy hair brush, but you can use it for scalp massage, both wet and dry, and it comes with a little carrying pouch like this. I've been meaning to try one of these to incorporate into my hair care routine because I've heard really good things about just generally taking care of your scalp, and it was she knew. We never discussed this before, but it was she knew that was on my mind. So I have already tried this out. I really enjoy it. It feels really nice. It's really nice to massage the shampoo in your hair. I have to get better at figuring out the best motions for my hair, but this was really great. Not to mention the Ouai shampoo and conditioner, leave-in conditioner. I use all of those items as well. I've left them in the shower. She's really taking care of my hair care routine, and I'm excited to see how my hair might basically improve. Look at this little poo. I found this at Target. You can tell that I really like plushies, clearly. But these are a Cuddles series. I left the tag on just purely so I could show you. And so they look like they're laying down, basically, and they are really great to hug. And they're really soft and they're really cuddly. So yeah, the plushies are taking up more space on the sofa than the humans are, but that's okay. So now we're embarking a little bit more on the treat yourself territory. Treat yourself birthday item from me to me is actually this necklace right here. I worked with the jewelers that had made my engagement ring to design this one as well. They're basically two teardrop or pear-shaped gems. One is a diamond, the other one is actually a blue topaz. I could have put my birthstone as well, but I wanted one to be a diamond, so that one was set, and it was a matter of what's the other one. Being an October baby, my birthstone would have been opal, which felt a little too similar to put next to the diamond, so I decided to go with something that has a little bit more color. Paired it with a chunkier chain because I wanted it to have much more of a casual, kind of laid back energy around it and not be so much of a like, I'm a really fancy piece of jewelry. I love it. My husband had planned like a series of either events or birthday related things throughout the weekend. One of the first gifts he said that I could open was this one. This is a Byredo fragrance. It's the Vanille Antique. I had tried this last December. I had gone to Byredo to purchase a hand soap as a gift and had tried out the Vanille Antique little sample at that time. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Then when I was in Paris, I was like, oh, let me buy it while I'm in Europe. It might be a little bit cheaper. And like maybe it was, but I ended up doing a lot of other shopping. So I opted not to get the fragrance then. And ever since, I was just milking the tiny sample bottle that I had. Because I was like, I know I want to buy it, but I'm waiting for like the right moment, whenever that would be. So he went ahead and he just got it for me. This fragrance is part of their, I think it's called like the extract series or something like that. So it's a much more like concentrated scent. And as you can see, the liquid is colored. Usually Byredo scents are clear. This is a really, really nice, it's a pretty rich scent. I like it because it's a vanilla base. It kind of smells like a vanilla bourbon, if that makes sense, and like that tonka bean feel, you know? So it's like a little bit more of like a sweeter, warmer scent. I like that at first it feels like it's like a pretty classic vanilla, and then you keep smelling it and it adds more depth to the scent. It's really difficult to describe scents. If you're a fan of vanilla-based kind of amber musk scents, I definitely think you should check it out because you might also like it, but it is a bit on the sweeter side, I would say. The other treat yourself gift to myself was from Cartier. I haven't added a new watch to my collection in a long time. I still have a couple other pieces that I want to add. I'm not exactly like an avid collector when it comes to watches. But this year was the first time in a while where I was feeling a slight itch to add a new watch to my collection. And of course, if you watched one of my earlier videos this month, you know that a vintage watch has also come to me because the watch chose me, not because I chose the watch. That's been a really nice addition to my collection, but this was something that I saw while I was in Portugal at the end of summer. Almost instantly fell in love, decided to see, just like wait it out just a little bit, and then if I still loved it, I would get it for my birthday. And so that's what I did. This is my new watch. This is the Tank Americaine small model stainless steel. This comes with a navy, it's like a dark navy blue alligator strap. The Tank Americaine, I think, has been released relatively recently, I think in the past year or so, and it's been gaining a lot of popularity, and I can see why. This is how the small model looks like on my wrist, and I really like this shape and this size because when it comes to those kinds of square-ish shaped watches, I noticed they don't always look really good on my wrist. I feel like it ends up accentuating, looks like it's a wider wrist. But with this Tank Americaine, because it's kind of an elongated model, I feel like it ends up looking really proportionate with my wrist. I talk to my brother about watches when I'm interested in getting a watch or things like that. So, so he knew I was interested in the Tank Americaine and that I eventually got one. So for my birthday, my brother and sister-in-law got me a really, really gorgeous watch case from Leatherology, personalized in the front as well. But it holds 4 watches. But now I'll be able to put my 4 watches in here, and they'll all be housed and protected from the elements. Last but not least is the little Tower of Hermes boxes. These are actually all gifts from my husband. It was entirely a surprise. The first item are these shoes right here. These are the ballet flats from Hermes in this gorgeous mauve pink velvet. And you can see it's like it's rose gold hardware on the side with these like little baguette stones or crystals. These we actually went and we bought these together because I had to try them on. But I was actually really surprised about this style, and also I was mostly surprised with how comfortable they are. I normally find ballet flats to be quite tight in the toe box up here, but these don't pinch really. I am in my I want to wear comfortable but still nice shoes era. In my quest for comfort, I would always end up wearing sneakers, and by wearing sneakers, I felt like it sometimes would just dress down my outfits a little too much. Like I still wanted to wear a cute shoe that wasn't a sneaker, but I can't really wear heels. So that's where I was like, oh, these ballerina flats might be perfect. I know Mary Janes were kind of like trendy. It's probably the end of that trend technically, but I really liked the color. I really loved the velvet finish. So I just went for it. And my husband was like, all right, great, I'll get them for you because it's your birthday. And then he surprised me with 2 more items. But these were all items that I had remarked, like I noticed and I commented on when we were in the store together, and then they showed up at home. First one is actually this keychain. It is like a woven strap. It has a pyramid stud at the bottom. You have to push it with some force, but it does open. Do you see? And then you click it shut. It took a little bit of figuring out how to open it. That's why I went into that detail in case you're curious. I do think this is more like a men's accessory. I was like, ooh, I've never seen those before. And I like how slim profile it is. The previous keychain that I was using was from Louis Vuitton. I still love that piece, and I still have that piece, but sometimes in my smaller bags it wouldn't fit. My keys wouldn't fit, so I would either like really scrunch it in there or I'd have to leave the keychain hanging out. But this one's a lot smaller of a profile. It's easier to fit in my smaller bags. Last but not least is a card holder. I have this card holder in Mauve Sylvester and Chai on the inside. It's a duo color one. This one's a single color. I believe this is Gris Mayor. I think about it as like the elephant gray color, if that makes sense. I believe this is called the H. Sellier card holder. It's one of my favorite card holder designs from Hermes. I still sometimes think about a Calvi duo. That could get added to my collection too. I won't say never. Of the other styles that I have from Hermes card holders, this is definitely my favorite. It fits a lot. It looks like it really won't fit a lot, but it does. It's pretty versatile because you can put a card in each one of these slots. And then you can put a card in the middle slot, and you can also put cards in between here, or you can put cash in between here as well. So even though it's like a really small, slim profile, this actually, like, you can carry a good amount and easily carry some cash with you. He noticed that my Mauve Sylvester one was getting a little like dirty just from use, from normal use, but he noticed it was getting a little bit dirty, so he figured, you know, one that's in a bit of a darker color might be nice to have in rotation so it gets a little bit less dingy. I also want to make a quick announcement about a separate project that I've been working on. I feel a little shy, a little hesitant to even mention it because I don't even know and feel like it's like completely ready. I don't know how many of you will really be interested in it either, but as I have recently kind of like rekindled my joy for like arts and crafts and the various different hobbies that I have, I wanted to document some of that and just kind of share that part of my life as a serial hobbyist, as I call myself. So I created a new handle, TikTok or Instagram kind of content. That handle is called Not Another Hobby. Sometimes I would have people wondering like how many hobbies I have and how many more things I'm going to try, and usually my answer is I want to try it all. It's going to revolve around all the different hobbies that I do. If you are interested and you would like to follow me there, you would like to check out what other things I get into, feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you're not interested in that, that's totally okay too. I understand this content is very different from that content. I feel really blessed. I feel really grateful this October. I've also been able to catch up with my friends and just spend more dedicated time with them this month. I use my birthday as an excuse to make sure I can try and catch up with as many people as possible. So it's just been so much fun to be able to spend that kind of time, make those memories, have those experiences, and also, of course, you know, have these lovely things to commemorate my birthday with. Thank you to all of you who've wished me a happy birthday as well. I really appreciate you reaching out. If you have any questions or even any video ideas, feel free to leave those down below and I'll be answering them there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!